Hi Fiends, this is Susie, your gaming guru, here to help you solve the puzzle of level 359 in Best Fiends. This one's called Greedy Gobblers, with the goals of defeating 4 slugs and collecting 3 apples and 100 green. So let's see where everything exists. Well, first of all, here are the slugs. I tend to just ignore those guys unless it looks like there's a problem. But here are the apples, and they are really protected by these barriers and this slug sludge. And then I've got the green I need to get. Well, Jean is there to help me. And I've got these guys to help me. And they can eat these things up once I uncover them. So I'm not even worried about these. Right now, these are just akin to the stumps, in my opinion. They will be gone if I know anything about this board. Okay, so here we go. We've got Whisper and Moose and Buggles. They look like the best fiends for us for this adventure. They are the highest ranked. I could bring in Dennis instead of Whisper. No, I like Whisper. Okay, I like that area. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Well, it doesn't matter because it looks like we have the exact same setup each time. I can tell when it's a pattern that it's probably going to stay the same. And it looks like with this pattern that I can take out all of the green right away. I couldn't take out all the red, but I can take out all the green, and that should put, oops, went the wrong direction. That should put the red together. Look at that. And we're taking out stumps. So this is what we need to do. We got a little bit of luck because there's another red here, and it helps us to take out these stumps. So I have to try to determine, is the board going to make it easier for me to collect the green or the apples? Because if it's, easier to collect the apples, then I need to focus on green. If it's easier to collect the green, I need to focus on the apples. Right now, it's just focusing on getting as much cleared out as possible. That almost gives us a converter. Now, I could do this because it gets more purple, but I think I'm going to do this because it takes out a stump. It is tough to get these bombs. Do I need these bombs to get to the base here? I might. I very well might. So I've got a lot of things to help me with green and collection. I'm thinking it's probably harder to get to these apples. So far, it's... Oh, I hope these guys don't gobble up the apples. It said greedy gobblers. No, they wouldn't, would they? All right, well, I do have green to help me. Let's see if I can convert things and make some space. Oh, look at that. That's a problem. I was going to try to put some red together to try to get that bomb. So definitely I have to be careful about how they shift what's happening on the board. Do I want to try to grab this blue? I don't have a lot of blue collected already. It might be pointless to try to get that going, but I could try to gather a lot of green here. I missed that carrot off to the side for my special event, but look at this. So the green looks like it's coming out just fine. Uh-oh, here we go. Got it. I need to get that in a better position. So I am going to take out this green, and I'm going to hit this guy who actually I think becomes problematic. These are the greedy gobblers, and thankfully they're not getting the apples. So how can I open this up and get to those apples? That gets 2 of the apples unclothed from the slug sludge. It also opens these up so it'll free these turtles, and the turtles can go. Now, if they cover all of this over with green and that helps me get to this apple, that would be wonderful. In the meantime, what can I do? In the meantime, I can reach both of those apples and pick up some green and bring this down. So now it's just 1 apple I need to get to, and then I need to pay attention to the slugs. I can get to this apple here. I'm collecting a little bit of green. I'm not doing much against the slug. So bombs would be helpful for that. There, I can get another bomb. All right. Much more green. That bomb's not in a great spot. So let's try to convert some green. Is there any way to change this? I think there is. Look at this. That's a lot of green. It brings the red bomb downward, maybe into a position to help over here. Nope, absolutely not. And that guy is taking off. I'm going to do this and try to get more red down here. Still not working out. I could collect... I can't collect the rest of the green. Uh-oh. We're going to get slimed. That did not get taken out, so I'll just kind of remove that. Oh, man. These guys are vicious, actually. Let's come over this way. Take this. Get the rest of that green, so it's one less thing I need to deal with. These guys, though, I stopped them when they're over here, so that's probably a mistake. I'm regretting that already. This can't get to that apple. I've got half a slug worth to get gone here. So let's do this just to make nice long combos. And then let's get these guys out of the way. They're not getting out of the way, are they? Let's make bombs. Not quite a bomb, but close. Okay, get out of the way. That's not out of the way. That's directly in the way. Okay. I can't hit these guys, because if I hit them now, I keep them right where they are. And that isn't going to work. So I think I've lost this, because even though I was able to hit the slug, I missed the apple. So here's what this tells me. I need to focus on the apples. Even though I did focus somewhat on the apples, it wasn't from the very beginning because I wasn't sure of what the outcome should be. So now I know more, and therefore I can better apply myself to taking care of the problem. I also know that these guys create a pitfall. So I'll pause the recording and meet you back here with a new board and see what else I can do. Okay, I'm going to keep the same fiends, but I'm going to focus more on bomb making, especially those bombs that can help me get to these apples. There we go, we're taking stuff out. This didn't line up great. I could take out purple, or I could take out green. Again, I don't need too much green, but eventually I'll get that green. I'm going to bunch this together, because there's so much green to take out. Using it to clear this out initially is probably a good idea, but then keeping the greedy gobblers at bay. You know, they're our friends, except they're like our friends who came over for dinner and stayed for breakfast and just won't go home. So we're going to have to knock them out. Don't worry, I don't do that when I was guest say at my home. Alright, let's see. Trying to collect this purple. Or should I go for the blue? I like the purple bomb better than the blue bomb because the blue bomb has to be situated just so. So I'm going to go for that. Now I'll take the blue. Opening this up. It may have been a wasted turn to try to even deal with these before because, you know, what's the harm in having a little more slug sledge on the board when I've already got so much? This is going much better for me. So I'm stunning him, but I'm down here by the apples, and these guys are farther away from the apples. That's what I need to have happen. It's not going to stay that way, but as I'm getting things uncloaked, it's a benefit. So see, now they're gobbling up what I need. I do have a blue here. This would not get me a bomb, but it would kind of work in this area. This would not get me a bomb, but it's even better for attacking the apples. Right? I wish I could get... I mean, the other thing I could do is this. It attacks all 3 apples. It leaves him to go, but it attacked all 3 apples. Can I convert anything else with this green? I don't want to leave the green entirely. I do need that green collected. I don't like where he is. I'm probably not going to like it where he is if I leave him alone, but what if I take out the green that does not hit those guys? That's what I'm doing. And it gets rid of a slug. And it brings this blue down. I don't think they can actually go to the bombs. Alright, so does this get me a bomb? No. I think I'm going to do this. I know, I'm hitting him, but with the opportunity to bring this all the way to the base. Alright, there we go. There's something good. I can use that. So Buggles, you have a very specific bomb, and I used it. I was worried about bringing Dennis in, but you seem to help me. So Dennis probably would have been fine, but I do think it's good to have a variety. So now I can use Whisper in a different way. So now it looks like the apples are fine. I'm getting rid of the apples, so now I need to refocus on slugs and green. And I have the material on the board to do that. So there we go. That's 12,000. That gets rid of a slug. That collects a lot of green. Knowing what the focus should be in the very beginning is immensely helpful. So now I need green and I need a slug. Well, the way to get rid of the slug is to use a bomb, kind of. That doesn't do enough. 14,000. 15,000. 20,000. That's a good amount, and I'm collecting some of that green. And I'm bringing this converter down into the center, which is where it needs to be, kind of in the center. These guys do make it difficult. Can I get 10,000 out of this? Yes. Got it. All right. Well, that was much more efficient the second time round. It always helps to know what you're doing, and so hopefully this is helpful. Hopefully showing you both my mistakes and my successes helps you to understand what your attempt on the board should be. Because we do get rewards if we get win streaks, and so if you can keep going with a win streak, if you can see what the problem is before it's a problem. Oh my goodness, all blue meteor mites. That one you just can't account for. Then you can try to avoid those pitfalls. So hopefully that works for you. If this is helpful, I'd ask that you consider liking and subscribing. If you have any questions or comments, please put those below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.